history of them, the lore. So you get a little bit of a history podcast, and then you get a little bit of a creepy factor to it. So it's pretty enjoyable.
So how did you get into that?
So being a dog groomer, here we go, it connects full circle. Being a dog groomer, I listen to podcasts all the time. So I'm always listening to mysteries, or true crime, paranormal stuff. And then when they started talking about cryptids, I'm like, oh, that's actually really interesting to look into, that people actually think these creatures live among us and we never see them. It's kind of crazy. So listening to the podcast, I started looking into that stuff, and then I started getting into streaming that stuff. So that's how that went.
Do you feel like how do you feel people in your streams connect to those topics? I'm curious.
So it's completely random. Sometimes I'll have people come in that are like, oh yeah, I know what cryptids are. I know what Bigfoot is. And then other people that come in, they're like, I've never heard of those things in my life. And it's a mixing pot of people.
It's interesting because I have heard of those, but I like a lot of people, I never thought they were real. You know, it's kind of like a myth.
Yeah, yep. So that's another aspect to the show, that at the end of the show, after all the facts are presented, we're going to have guests and talk about how, if you believe it or not. So present hard evidence and not.
Okay, that sounds extremely interesting. So how long have you been streaming for?
About 3 years.
So what has your experience been so far online?
Streaming wise, I experience it's been pretty nice. It's nice to connect to a bigger world than what you see on your daily basis. You can connect to people across the world. Um, so it's pretty fun. I have some good conversations with people and enjoy topics. I've made a couple friends throughout the years off the app. And I love streaming. It's fun.
I love that. Well, I'm going to do a quick pause and break to welcome everybody in who's just tuning in right now. If you're just tuning in, I see a lot of you guys in the comment box. Thank you. A lot of fam like Sunny, Jojo. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate you all. And if you're new to the show, if you're new to my stream, I am that Cuban girl. And this is a feature show called Own It that happens here exclusively on the online streaming community every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And what we do in Own It basically is we own who we are. We own the beauty of the uniqueness of our being, because a little bit of my backstory, I have been in entertainment for a long time. That's all I've known for a long time. Hosting, modeling, ring girl, beauty queen, you name it, I've done it, acting, you know. And for me, just being in this online community is a really authentic way to connect to other people, just a different community. And so what I wanted to do with Own It, and Meet Me allowed me to do with Own It, is to bring my experience in the entertainment industry to you guys, and my experience in hosting as well, by having beautiful, wonderful guests every single week who share their experiences, share what it's been like being a streamer, share what it's been like to come up, and the struggles they've been through. And the whole idea of the show is so all of our experiences together can give you tools and inspiration so you can truly own the uniqueness and beauty of who you are. This is a safe space. It is a feature show, so please keep it respectful in the chat, in the chat box. I do encourage you to favor my guests, to show them love, to keep up with what they're doing in their streams. This is the only reason that feature shows should exist, is to bring all of us together and connect all of us together. And do feel free to connect with me on Instagram after the show. Also, one quick reminder, stay throughout the entirety of the show, because we still have the quote of the day, the tip of the day. I'll be bringing both my guests at the end in the box. And then also, whoever is my number one supporter of the show today gets to be my bouncer for the week. So if that's something you would like to be a part of, I encourage you. And that's just my way of saying thank you to you guys for just being here and showing up. So Game Girl is has a very interesting way of streaming because she loves to talk about cryptids. Did I say that right?
Yep, you did.
And basically, cryptids are Bigfoot or like beasts that people think have been myths all the time. So if you want to know more about that, please check out her streams. They sound super interesting. So Game Girl, the topic of the day today is, embracing the unexpected. So how do you feel in your life you embrace who you are, especially because you have such a different interest than other people?
Um, so I embrace who I am because it's me. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's nobody else than yourself to be there for you when things go wrong. So I embrace myself because why not? I'm a good person, and most people are, and everybody makes mistakes. Keep that in mind, guys. So always put yourself first and love who you are.
Do you feel like acceptance is a part of embracing yourself?
Yes, definitely. For sure.
I think it's really important for us, and that's also, it goes with what the show is about. It's important to us
Hmm.
to truly accept who we are. Many times, even me, we all struggle with confidence. I don't care who you are. You could be a celebrity.
Yes.
We all do. And I am one of the things that I'm learning, especially lately, the last literally 2 days, is to accept the way I am, to accept the way I communicate, to accept the way I show
Hmm.
people who I am. Because a lot of times I feel like I could be very straight and blunt and tell people exactly what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling about them. And sometimes I catch myself not wanting to do that out of fear of either rejection or people thinking I'm too headstrong or whatever. And like, we just need to really learn to embrace who we are and accept who we are.
Hmm. I agree completely.
Thank you. So Game Girl, anything you want to shout out to people? Anything you want to let us know that you have going on?
So Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are doing a test run for a featured show. So if anybody wants to come in, see how that goes. I do need Jay in there to record, hopefully. Um, and I actually will need two guests because we're going to roll with it. So if anybody wants to guest on that, feel free to message me on here because I don't have my Instagram linked. I will eventually, but I'm not sure how to do that. So if anybody wants to, or you can always Instagram Jay or message Jay as well.
I love that. Jay says he got you. Jay,
I see that.
shout out to my admin emoji Jay, who has been with me since the beginning of the show, even before the show was featured. He's been a true OG, and please favor him. Go show love. Connect with him on Instagram if you want to be a guest. He's actually the admin for many shows. So if you want to be put out there and be a guest on shows, you need to talk to Emoji Jay. Okay. Thank you so much, Game Girl. Please stick around so I can bring you back in the box. If you're okay with it, I would love
Of
to have you
course.
a little bit. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, my loves. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for clicking on this feature hour of Own It. If you, I see a lot of familiar faces, familiar usernames on the chat that just people that I've been connecting with for the past few months that I adore, that are my friends, that are amazing people. I see the chat, the comment box. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the favorites, the hearts. the gifts. You guys are amazing. You guys show me so much love every single Tuesday. And if you're new on here, I want to welcome you. Welcome to Own It. Welcome to your featured hour exclusively on the streaming platform here every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Own It. So, what do we do in Own It? It's very simple. My name is Cicely. I am a former Miss Cuba. I've been in entertainment for a while. I'm a ring girl for boxing. By the way, connect with me. I have a fight coming up in, I believe it's Friday. So if you want to see behind the scenes of that, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. So I am a ring girl for boxing. I do quite a little bit. I have a show on PBS that is airing this fall, which I got the honor to host one of the episodes in the entire series. So check that out when it comes out. So for me, I'm just, very grateful to be able to have this platform to, number one, authentically connect with all of you. Number two, to offer connection for other streamers as well through the feature show. And number three, I'm very happy to be able to bring my knowledge in everything I've learned and gone through in the last 10 years. Of being in entertainment to you guys, with tips, tools, not just from me, because this is not just about me. This is about also the guests that I get to interview on the show and talk to, and the people that I've just been so blessed to get to know because of the show, right? So it's all about owning who we are. It's all about owning the uniqueness of what we bring to the table. If you're a streamer, this is all about owning the things that make you different, unique, and how you can bring those into your streaming online community. And if you're not a streamer and you simply love connecting with people and being in the audience every time we have the show, then hopefully this helps you, inspires you. It also gives you tools for your IRL in real life, right? Or at least it gives you some inspiration, and it kind of uplifts your spirit. So whatever the show is helping you do, I'm just grateful for your presence, for your energy, and that you're here and you're supporting us. So thank you for tuning in. Let me tell you a little bit what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen coming up. I am about to give you the quote of the day, and then I'm gonna have my beautiful second guest jump in the box and have conversation with us, and then I am going to be shouting out the top supporters of the stream. Whoever is the number one supporter at the end of the stream gets to be a bancer for the next week. And then at the end, I'm going to be bringing back both of my guests for final thoughts, final shout outs, conversations. If there's any questions in the chat box, then we can also talk about whatever you guys want to know. And the topic of the day today is how to embrace the unexpected, how to embrace the unexpected and bring it into the online community. Because ultimately, this is what this is all about. We're all connecting online. There's so many of us in different parts of the world, but we're all connecting right here, right now through this beautiful online community. So yeah, this is what Own It is all about. So I do want to address something. I do see the comment box. I read you, but out of respect for my guests, I cannot address each and every one of you guys during the feature show, because this is a show and I do have to continue with what the show is about and the guidelines, right? But I want you to know at the end, if there's any questions in the chat box that you guys want to know, I will be addressing them with the guests. So please feel free to write in the comment box anything you're thinking or you want to know. And other than that, just feel free to connect with me outside of here on Instagram and DM me, and and stay connected. So without further ado, I'm going to give you the quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is a quote that I love by Deepak Chopra. And if you guys don't know who Deepak Chopra is, I highly encourage you to look him up. He's a spiritual teacher, and I just love his books and everything's about. So the quote for today is, embrace the unpredictable and unexpected. It is the path to the infinitely creative in you. I'm going to repeat that. Thank you so much. Embrace the unpredictable and unexpected. It is the path to the infinitely creative in you. So for me, that means a lot because I have found in my life that when I actually embrace the unexpected and I don't put resistance into what is happening in my life that I was not, or the unexpected changes in my life, and I actually turn it into creative energy, then it becomes magical. Like, even I've talked about this. I've talked about this. Hi, Papa Bear. I talk about this on the show all the time, or on my, actually on my streams, where I, even when I have a bad day or something, and I basically embrace what's happening. I'm going to be expanding on that later when I give you guys the tips of the days on the things that have actually helped me do that and the tools that have helped me do that. But embrace the fear. Yes, that's right. But for now, I'll leave you with that quote. I think it's important to embrace the unpredictable and unexpected. So, without further ado, I want to welcome my my second guest of the day. I hope I'm pronouncing this corrected. I am so sorry. Go for it. Go for it. Is that what it is?
Yes. Go for it.
Hi, how are you? Welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing amazing. Super excited and grateful to have you on the show. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
So I'm hashtag SOS Go for it. Um, I'm a single mom. I've got 4 kids. I have a job and I started a nonprofit.
I love that. And I love the story of what you sent me in the bio. And don't worry, I won't say the trigger words, but I love the fact that you like, how do you find time to do all these things?
I don't have time. I don't have time. I often wonder, like, what did I get myself into? Because it's got a lot bigger, a lot quicker than I expected. So I wasn't prepared for 50 boxes in a month to be donated. I wasn't prepared for the advertisement that I was going to have to do for it. Um, but it's helped change lives, so I'll keep doing it.
So let's just, so for people, because I know a little bit about what it is, but people here are probably wondering, what is she talking about? So tell us a little bit, like, what is it that you're doing?
So I hand make wooden boxes. There's pictures in my bio, and then I fill these items that help with coping. So like color pencils, coloring books, fidget spinners, essential oils, breathing straws, and then I donate those to different organizations and people um, that are struggling with life, and it helps to give them some meditation and just a break from crisis mode.
So what inspired you to do this?
Well, my stepdaughter, she came to live with us and she was struggling with life. And through the trials that we went through with her, I learned that there's really not a lot of help out there for people struggling. And so that's kind of what started it. And then going along with that, to kind of include your embrace the unexpected, my house burnt down in 2022. Like after I had started my nonprofit, which was hashtag SOS, it was still in the very, very beginning stages. But I had tens of thousands of dollars in material and supplies and all sorts of stuff that burnt down, and it was awful. It was terrible. But I embraced it and it forced me to make it bigger. Like when my nonprofit came back, I'm not just serving my community anymore. I'm serving 13 different states now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would have still been stuck with just my community had that not happened. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. It's definitely not fun to go through. But if you let trauma, it can push you to do some incredible things.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Nothing like, yeah, Papa Bear. Um, so how how easy or how hard is it to start a nonprofit?
It's a lot. It's there's a lot of research that goes into it. There's a lot of laws, a lot of regulations, a lot of accountability on a legal level. You know, it's there's a lot, and it requires money too. Like, you can't just come in with the 200 or 300 that it would be to get your business license and start up a nonprofit. That's not how it works. Especially if you are doing it with taxes, like, so that you can not have to pay taxes, so tax exempt. That's even more money, and it takes even longer to do that. So it just depends on how you want to do it.
So okay, so let's take a little bit back and welcome everybody. If you're just tuning in, I see a few couple people in the chat box. Shout out to Papa Bear, who's one of my bouncers. Shout out to Angel Moreno. Please go favor him because he's got a feature show as well. And shout out to Jojo, who was here earlier as well. I want to welcome you guys to Own It. Welcome to this featured hour that happens here exclusively on the online streaming community of Meet Me Tagged and POF and all of the above. On Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Today, we're celebrating episode 20 of Own It, and I'm so grateful that you're all here, just sharing this time, this hour with me. What we do in Own It is basically we own who we are. We own the uniqueness of ourselves, the uniqueness of our stories, the uniqueness of our being. Because ultimately, whether you're a streamer or not, that's just life. I mean, we are who we are. We can grow through everything, but we can only do it if we start to own truly who we are and be okay and love ourselves, right? So right now I'm talking to Go For It, who has an amazing story. She
Sorry.
It's okay. She runs a nonprofit that helps people that are struggling with life and life events. And she was just telling us about her own story, how she started this. And the topic of the day is embracing the unexpected. And gosh, did I do well in choosing that topic, because you have gone through so much unexpected in your life. I can't even imagine going through those things. So I want you to advise somebody who's going through very unexpected life situations right now. How can they get themselves out of that?
What I Something that I've learned about myself that, like, a lot of people would think it's obvious, but like I didn't acknowledge it, is to really look for the good in all of your traumatic events or struggles, because there's always something good, and then focus on that. And that makes it not feel so heavy. And then allow for anything bad and negative to push you to do better. You know what I mean? Allow it to be a good part of your life rather than a negative part.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And a lot of us can get really caught up in the also victim mentality, like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? And but like you said, when we turn it into something good and positive, look at what you've done with the nonprofit. And so with that, how did streaming come about for you?
So on my stream, that's what I do, is I show the progress of how the nonprofit has been going. And I actually let my viewers help me plan different things. Like, they helped me design the box that we give out. They helped me with the items that go in the box that we give out. And I keep them updated on everything that's going on. If it's something that I can stream live, like, it won't go against any standards. Like, when I did a bingo night, there were kids, so I couldn't stream that. But like, if it's like a meeting or an adult thing, I do try to stream that as well, so that my viewers can see what's going on. And honestly, the people that have come to me and told me that what I'm doing has saved their life is how streaming comes into play, because I give them a community of acceptance and healing.
Yeah,
So
and they
that's how
also feel
streaming
like
has really.
they're part of what you're doing, which is really important.
Yes.
I
Definitely.
love that. So how can somebody get in touch with you if they want to help or if they want to be a part of your streams or anything?
So you can favorite me if you want to come to my stream, but I also have an Instagram and a Snapchat that I send out information and links and flyers and different events that we're getting ready to do. So that would be a way. And there's definitely ways to help with the nonprofit.
Okay. Do you have anything coming up that you would like to shout out? I'm gonna have you come back, by the way, if you're okay with it, at the end of the show. But do
Yeah.
shout out anything you have going on.
Well, I've got a featured show in the makes. It's called Person, Place, and Thing. It's where I talk about a person and a place and thing in like a This Week in History platform. So, like, I'll talk about different people in history and different places and different things. And that's in the works right now. I'm also on Groovy's Beach game show tonight. Um, I'm on Mej's Meet and Greet. I got a lot going on, and I think I'm on Scantron tomorrow, I think.
So I guess people can just connect with you also on social media.
Yeah, definitely. My Instagram is there, and yeah.
Amazing. And you guys can also go to my Instagram right after the show. I'll be posting both my guests today and tagging them. So if you, that's also another way you can connect with them is go through mine as well. Thank you so much. Go for it. I love
Yeah,
everything you're doing. Thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to be
yeah.
seeing you in a few minutes.
Cool. Thank you.
And hello, you guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Own It. We're just hanging out in my bedroom today. I am in the process of moving places, so in a few days I will be in a new place and I would have figured out my background, my studio situation. But I do want to thank you so much for being here. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this featured hour of Own It, this feature hour that I feel so blessed to have every single week here on the Meet Me platform. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your interactions. I want to let you know that even though I may not address you personally, I see all the comments. I am on the computer. I see all the comments. I see everyone tuning in. I see the gifts, the hearts. I appreciate you. I see, just every interaction. I'm so grateful. Um, I do want to give a couple of quick shout outs. Shout out to Angel Moreno, who is an OG friend of mine here on the streaming platform. He has also a featured show every Angelito every Monday, right? Is it Monday? Monday. But shout out for him tonight, my bad. It's okay. This is what we do here. We plug in all the amazing streamers. That's what this featured hour is about as well. So shout outs to everybody who's in the comment box that is just, supporting the stream and watching, and just for you being here. I appreciate you so much. Welcome to Own It. Welcome to this show. What we do on the show here every Tuesday is I bring my experience in the entertainment industry to you to give you tips and tools and, to help you, if you're a streamer, become a better host, learn how to market, how to brand yourself better, how to also do these things from inside as well. Because I truly believe that in order for us to become the best versions of ourselves, it starts in here and then it materializes in the physical, right? So even though I do love giving tangible tips on how to do something or how to become a better host or all of those things, I also love giving spiritual and inspirational advice here as well. You do keep in mind this is I am not a professional in any of these matters. This is simply my opinion and my guest's opinion. But basically what we do in Own It is we help you become the best version of yourself by owning who you are, owning the uniqueness of your being, the uniqueness of your talents. If you're a streamer, the uniqueness of your streams, and owning all of that. And And if you're not a streamer, that's okay too, because the whole goal and purpose of this is to be able to, you know, if you guys can't relate to me, at least you can relate to one or two of my guests when I do talk to them. So the topic of the day today is embracing the unexpected. And I basically love embracing the unexpected, because it's something that I feel like we all may struggle with when unexpected changes come into our lives. Our human brain goes into survival mode. And I have come to realize that when we truly embrace these changes and the things we go through, we actually rise above stronger than ever. And it helps us own and truly own who we are. So for me, I have three questions that are my tips. My tip of the day is going to be three questions that I personally ask myself when I am having to embrace the unexpected in life, right? So the first question is, what is this teaching me? What is this situation teaching me? What is this situation showing me that I haven't seen before? The second question is, how can I make this situation work to my advantage? How can I make this situation work to my advantage? And the third one is, how can I turn it into creative energy? How can I turn it into creative energy? And this third question, it's something that I have been practicing in the last few weeks, because a lot of times I feel as though we go through situations, changes, or things that are very unexpected, and we tend to kind of dwell on them. And I have found that when I actually ask myself, how can I turn this into creative energy, whatever it may be, it could just simply be you journaling, or it could simply be you, I don't know, going for a walk. That can also be creative, because you're thinking of ideas and things you want to do, or making it, turning it into tangible action where you can actually create something, right? So turning your pain, turning your changes, turning whatever we're going through in life, just like Go For It did when, you know, she told us that her house burned down and she went through this whole experience. She turned it into a nonprofit. She used that pain and that situation to turn it into creative energy on how she could now help other people. So that to me, it's so important. So to me, those are the three tips. Thank you, Papa Bear, so much. Shout out to Papa Bear, who's also one of my bouncers and amazing. He's been my guest as well, and he has been writing the questions, the tip questions on the chat box. I really appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. So yeah, you guys, those are the tips of the day. Those three questions. I think those questions have really helped me in my journey. And I do want to say a couple of things before we continue. Welcome to Own It. Welcome if you're just tuning in. Please make sure that you favor me, favor my guests, favorite the bouncers and the top gifters of the streams, because they are amazing people as well, amazing streamers. And welcome to Own It. This is the feature hour that happens here with me, that Cuban girl, every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, exclusively on the online streaming community, just for you, authentically for you. And in this show, we basically learn how to own the uniqueness of who we are, the uniqueness of our being, the uniqueness of truly what makes us us. Whether you're a streamer or you're in the audience, you can hopefully, my intention with the show is that you walk out after this hour and you feel uplifted, more inspired, or with actual tangible tools that help you in your life to become a better host, and to market yourself better, or to simply become the best version of yourself. That is my intention for you. So please feel free to connect with me after the show on Instagram, connect with my guests, favor my guests as well. And the top gifter, the top supporter of the stream today is going to become my bouncer. He's going to be part of my community by being my bouncer. And yeah, so if that's you, I really appreciate you. If one of my top bouncers for the stream is already a gifter, then I guess next week we will do that. But thank you so much, regardless of your all your support and just being here and your presence. I truly appreciate you all. So with that said, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but with that said, I'm going to ask both of my guests to join the box again for final thoughts, final inspiration, final conversation of everything. And do stick around towards the end of the show, because I will be giving shout outs to the top gifters of the stream, and I'm going to be announcing who the bouncer is for today. Okay. All right. Let me go for it. Can you please cancel and request again? Because I'm on the computer.
Yes.
No, not you, not you. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm on the computer and I have to do it again. Okay, there she is. Perfect. Amazing. Hello. So welcome back to the box. I've truly enjoyed having this conversation with both of you today. And so, based on the topic of the day today, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel in your streams, but particularly in your streams, you have been able to really embrace the unexpected. Like, for example, you're both professionals in the real world, right? So how have you been able to embrace who you are and everything that you're about outside of the streaming world and bring it to the streaming community?
Well, I mean, like just
So I typically,
around my nonprofit.
sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think mine's lagging a little bit, so I'm going to let you go until it starts catching up.
Okay. So like when I stream, it's largely revolved around my nonprofit. So that's kind of how I bring my personal life to the stream. I do try to leave some personal life off of the stream just because it can be very intimidating to allow people to have stuff to use against you.
Yeah, no, I can definitely relate to that. Yeah, it's also a safety thing, right? Which I totally get.
Definitely.
Sorry, you hear some background noise. We're trying to make dinner right now and trying to figure out all that. What was the question again?
How do you embrace like your professional life? For example, you having your pets and your love for the cryptids and all of this. How do you embrace that and bring it into the streaming community?
So I embrace it by listening to, like I said, cases and history and lore all the time. So I will turn wherever I'm listening to into helping me stream, like a new cryptid I hear of, or a little bit of facts or information that I need to incorporate.
I love that. And everybody, please favor Game Girl, favor my guest. Game Girl is in the process of making her show featured at the moment. So make sure that you support her, give her a favorite. I so appreciate you all being here today. I appreciate you all showing up, tuning into the stream. I see you all. I see every single comment gift. Grateful to have you here every single Tuesday in Own It. And anything you ladies would like to say to close of the show? All right. Well, I just want to really thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time, for being here. And I wish you the best. We're definitely connected. So please go favorite them, go follow them, connect with them. They're amazing people who are doing amazing things out there. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you.
And you guys, thank you. Thank you for just your time and being here today. I am truly grateful that you have been part of Own It. Whether you are I saw a lot of familiar usernames on the chat box today that I really, really appreciate showing up. I just want to say thank you, and I want to extend my gratitude for always showing so much support on the show. So what we do on the show is basically I help you guys, you know, with tips and tools or my own experience from the entertainment industry to become the best version of yourself by you owning who you are and owning the uniqueness of who you are. Whether you're a streamer, if you're a streamer, you can use this for your streaming capabilities. And if you're not a streamer and you simply enjoy listening to the show and being here, I love that. I hope that this hour really inspires you and helps you connect. Ultimately, this is what the show is all about: is connecting other people, connecting other streamers to each other, and ultimately building a beautiful community, a beautiful, authentic community. I've said it so many times during my streams that the reason I love streaming so much and I love having this hour with you guys so much is because I have found the streaming community be a little bit more authentic than the community I have experienced out there in entertainment. You know, being a model, being a ring girl, being a host and all these things, and dabbling in acting a little bit as well, it could be a very superficial world, and I never really quite felt that I fit in. If I'm honest with you, I always felt that I was different and I was a bit more vulnerable and a little bit more genuine and like blunt and honest. And so that's why I love this community so much, because I feel like everyone in my experience that I come across on the show is really genuine and authentic and really has something amazing to bring to the table. So I really do appreciate all of you guys just being here. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I want to encourage you to please connect with me on Instagram at Cicely Marin. And if you're on Meet Me, you can just click on my Instagram icon and it'll take you straight to my page. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to be posting, you know, my guests today. I'm going to be posting a little video of today's show. So please do connect with me, do DM me. I do my best to reply to everybody, even if it takes me a day or so. I do my best to reply. And talking about Ring Girls, I do have a fight coming up on Friday. So if you guys want to see the behind the scenes for that, also connect with me on Instagram. And yeah, I love that you guys have been here today. Also, let me give a shout out to the top supporters of the stream today. I want to give a shout out to Xanax. Shout out to KC. Shout out to Mr. Solo. Mr. Solo, I didn't even see you here, but thank you. Shout out to Krabby, who was here as well. Shout out to Gamer Girl. Shout out to Oh Hey. Shout out to Papa Bear, who's one of my bouncers. I appreciate you. And number 3, shout out to Louise. Number 2, Bunny Jojo. Bunny Jojo, love you, girl. And number 1 is Just Roar, who is already one of my bouncers. So Just Roar is my bouncer already. So I guess I will leave the bouncer situation for next week since he's already my bouncer. But I love you, Boo. I love you, Jojo. You're amazing. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I do want to ask you, I'm going to be making a poll later on Instagram as well. Please help me with next week's topic. What do you want next week's topic to be about? The way that the show has been happening for the last few weeks is I have been doing 2 weeks of inspirational topics and 1 week of actual tips on something. Like we've done tips on social media, we've done tips on being a good host, but I want to leave it up to you. Please do go to my Instagram within the next hour and answer the poll. Help me pick next week's topic, please. I would really appreciate you helping me. I want you guys to feel involved. And Jojo just became my number 1 gifter of the stream. Jojo, you get to be my bouncer. I follow my word and I do what I promise. So Jojo gets to be my bouncer today. Congratulations, Jojo. No better person to be a bouncer. You are amazing. Please, everybody go favorite Jojo. And I love you, girl. So you're not one of my bouncers. Yay. Thank you for the support. I truly appreciate you. And yeah, you guys, connect with me. help me what next week's topic should be. Go to my Instagram at Sicily, Sisily, Marin, Marin. Connect with me, and I will see you next Tuesday here exclusively on the Meet Me community on Own It. Thank you for being here. I'll see you later. Much love.